Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. It is like a stunning fall day here in Georgia. I want to talk today about, I'm going to continue on with being grateful. I want to continue on our path of how do we raise our frequency where all abundance flows, health, wealth, joy, awakening. How do we do that? And if you watch my gratitude video, you'll see how powerful that is. If you use that one video alone, you literally could change everything. Just that one gratitude video alone. Of course, my 3-second manifesting has been doing some amazing things for people. They're telling me that they're having like epiphanies. It's just a mind shift because you're in a fog, you're in the veil of what we've been programmed. It's not your fault. You are part of all of it, but your mission is to come out of that, help us to pull out of that. I want to bring up a few things because I realized something. So we don't eat on other planets. Well, there's a lot of things we don't need to do. But this is sort of a strange planet. We do eat. It's sort of disgusting if you think about it, the whole process. But but it's also beautiful, right? I want you to realize that if you're in the veil, these are some symptoms of being behind the veil. What is the veil? The veil is when you are not connecting to, seeing the power and recognizing what you are, that we are one. You're thinking as an individual. That we are all-powerful, loving beings. You see the negativity, are you seeing the negativity in the world and thinking of yourself as a victim, or you blame other people. You don't believe that you're doing all of the stuff that you're doing. We're told all that stuff. And so if you argue with me on that, I'm not here to argue with anybody. I'm here to present these ideas to you because this is who you are. And when you grasp that, all the gateways, floodgates are going to open for you. So if you're behind the veil, there's two things that are, there's a whole bunch of things. I'm going to name a few examples. So those who are in a higher frequency space, do you use eating as a beautiful ritual and a respectful almost ceremony for your body and to share with others? So before, many, many, many years ago, right, hundreds of years ago, eating was a big deal because they were so grateful for the food and they were connected to the land. Indians would do that. They blessed their food and they were so aware and thankful of where it came from. There was a live being, a live energy that, thanks to that live energy, that plant or whatever else, gave, that they were receiving. If this sounds woo-woo to you, then you're not in that space of understanding that we are one and that everything is alive in its energy. Yes, it's okay to eat plants. I don't eat animals. I'm getting further. Once in a while I eat fish and I'm getting further away from that too. So there used to be a ritual. Eating was actually a beautiful, wonderful thing. And then people would sit around. And it was part of the beautiful communication and raising their frequency by doing this. Eating was part of a beautiful, let's just say, community. You know, thing that they would do daily, to sit down and be together and share stories and enjoy the food and be thankful. It was just a wonderful, raise their frequency. What are we doing? Fast food with chemicals in it. And then we spend millions and millions of dollars to try and cure cancer. All right? There's a negative, those lower frequencies on this planet that love that. Don't participate in it. I'm sorry, but some of these things are addictions and you're going to have to step away from it. So, you know, the organic foods, the natural, the supporting the farmers who are bothering to do that. Yeah, it costs a little bit more. You know, it's actually cheaper than what you're doing if you're eating all the junk. You know, are you using food to fill a void. Or alcohol or drugs or cigarettes. Lower frequency. It's a lower frequency, even food. So when you go over, trust me, if you make these changes, this can blow your mind. When you switch over, and I am thankful, like I'm thankful for my coffee. I bless my coffee when I remember. I'm thankful for, you know, all the things that I do. When I'm rushing, I go, okay, wait, stop. Wow, I love these boiled peanuts. I love boiled peanuts. That was a new thing for me here in the South, right? It shifts your energy. It shifts your frequency. You're going into a space of high frequency. Guess what? Abundance, joy, peace, awakening. Just with eating your food and switching over, changing your health, getting off the drugs because the pharmaceuticals. Why? Because if your eating is creating that, guess what? Exercising, taking care of your body, loving it, not doing it because you want, you know, you have to. Go for a walk. Start enjoying living your life. Go into that space, right? Switch over from the matrix. All right, we used to work because we contributed. It was like you would inherit a skill and you would share that skill. Women would sew and do things. You know, there were blacksmiths, there whatever. And then, of course, the real world came in and we stopped doing what we loved and now we just work to survive. So somebody made a comment on my Facebook instant message, you know, dump the internet marketing thing. I'm like, really? We're changing lives. We're getting people to use the technology tools to start doing the things they love so that they can earn money doing that. So they don't have to go to jobs they hate and killing themselves and then come home to do the things they love. What if you could do the thing you love and make money from it? We're teaching people how to create online businesses. There are options for you. Start looking into them. Technology is a positive thing. We're reaching global audiences. We're changing lives. I have people all over the world here watching these videos. That was never possible before. So there's nothing wrong with technology. There's nothing wrong with anything, including atomic energy. It's how we're using it. Atomic energy was never meant to kill people. It was meant to be used in a positive way. How are you using everything? And are you doing things just to survive? Everything you do, if you put it in a world, fourth, we're already in it, by the way. Fourth, we're going into the fifth dimension here. We're moving into it. We're already moving into the fourth. If you're not feeling it, it's not too late. If you're not experiencing it, it's not too late. Are negative people falling out of your life? People dying because they're just getting off the planet. They're actually not really getting off the planet. Those souls never die, right? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Some of them just aren't ready to go to the fourth dimension. So they're exiting. They're probably in another reality, third dimension. That's okay. They'll get there eventually. But that's not you. We have to make these changes. What about your work can you change? Or can you look at it differently? What can you do? And stop surviving and start doing, having meaning in everything that you do. Revitalize it. Do something that can change how you feel and think every day and how you make money. It's important. And I know some of you, you know, you're in a position where that's difficult, but I also know people in major positions that have made the switch. You're looking at one. I was an investment banker for 25 years. I quit, wrote a best-selling, award-winning book, was turned into a television movie, The Rooftop Christmas Tree. Go buy my book or my Kindle, watch the movie. An investment banker. I quit everything, and look what I'm doing right now. I learned internet marketing skills so that I could learn how to create a life I wanted. It's possible. No matter what position you're in, it is possible to make that change. We have attorneys and doctors and major business owners on board with us who are saying, you know what? I need to learn this stuff because I want to change my life. You can change your life, including what you do for a living. It will take effort. Guess what? That effort that you're making to switch over is super powerful, and you're sending a message to the universe that you're ready to step it up. You're ready for that higher frequency, and you're not afraid anymore. And all of a sudden, all these wonderful things show up in your life because the universe supports that. Why? Because you're in that space. You're switching into that reality. You're not attracting, I'm not attracting anything. You're switching into that reality. That quantum focus is now. I am now going to do something meaningful that I love. I'm not going to die of a heart attack at age 50. Or get a divorce, or come home and yell at my kids. And not love everybody because I'm miserable. You can change that. So no longer are we doing the skills that we love, we're just surviving. And then we're focused on the money, so we keep going up the corporate ladder, whatever we're doing, to get more money. That's a matrix thinking, and when you get out of there, you'll have more money and you know what to do with. Yeah, all right, sacred groups. People used to get together to do mystical, sacred things that would be beneficial to the planet and others. Now we have friendships because somebody's going to give us something. I have people that want to know me because they think they're going to get something from me. They think that my connections and my power or money or whatever else is going to get them something. They don't care about me. Their intention is just to get something for themselves through the friendship. Friendships are much bigger and better than that. And by the way, friends should be giving to one another. I'm one of the most giving people, and so are my friends. We just can't give enough to each other. It's just amazing. It's just crazy. It's like, no, I'll bring this. No, I'll do that. No, you will. No, I will. It's wonderful. And that's the world I live in. And that's the fourth dimension, is when people are just giving. They're giving, giving, giving. It's so much fun. And guess what happens? If everybody's giving, you're just pelted with giving because they're doing it too. And there's all this giving, and what does that create? Massive abundance, peace and joy, because nobody lacks for anything anymore. So I don't say ask and it is given. I don't believe that it's used the way it was meant to be used. Ask means you're always asking. What am I asking for? Asking is giving was the Bible's way, in my opinion, of saying, if you have a negative thought, ask and it is given. You're getting it. So I switch things around and I say, okay, you are always asking. What are you asking? What's that thought in your head? Is it negative? Are you complimenting somebody and then judging them? Start paying attention to that. We have to be on it. I'm on it every split second. Well, I don't really think that much anymore. But so what you need to do is just be aware. Present moment, right? Eckhart Tolle, brilliant man. He's really brought that to our attention. That's old stuff. None of the stuff any of us are doing is new. We're just hoping we can get you to look at it differently so that you can switch into that powerful place of awakening where, seriously, you will never want to win the lottery again. You won't care, and you will win it. Eckhart Tolle did. He didn't give a crap about the lottery. And he doesn't play the lottery. He did it once, and he won $2,000, and that's exactly what he needed. Because he was broke. He's not anymore, is he? Right? But he doesn't care about it. So that's tough, because I know you want the stuff. I know that you work hard and you want to make more money, and it's just taking us down, taking you down, taking us down. Why? Working hard, getting more money, your frequency is going down and down and down. And it's the opposite of what's going to get you everything and put you in that space of joy. All right, so that's I'm going to only use those examples. How we work, our friendships, our our relationships with each other, how we use them is not usually in a positive way. How we even eat, that's huge. How we work together as communities. Can we start to work as communities? I saw one thing on TV. I don't watch the news. I don't watch anything. I have no clue what's going on out there, thank goodness. Because my focus is on making a positive change. And that's what's happening in my life. And others who join into that frequency. So I saw one thing, and it was a racist thing. And it was equally as nasty on both sides. There's this opposition that people think that we're going to stand up and oppose, and we're going to stand up and oppose, and then this constant battle. Oppose nothing. Oppose nothing. While they're over here doing this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our focus off of that, and we're going to move over here and say, we're all one. All of us are one. Sorry. Everything. From the person on the street who's acting crazy, not so crazy, to the person who has no education, to the super wealthy, to the color that looks different from yours, to the culture that's different from yours that you were told to be afraid of. It's bullcrap. Bullcrap, all of it. It exists because you believe it does. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe half of the stuff out there. The conspiracy theories or anything, it's real for those people in the third dimension. It's not real for me. In my dimension, we're not doing that. And that's how we live. This is the reality shifts. You can live in a reality where that doesn't even exist. And that what's happening over there is real for the ones that are participating in it. I'm not saying, you're not going to hear or see it. You're not participating in it. That's the difference between the reality. That's why people don't know that we've shifted, is because they're expecting some major thing to happen. The major thing has happened. We're going into it. NASA has documented that the planet Earth is singing a different song. There's a sound that comes off of it, and the frequency's higher. Interesting, isn't it? What are you going to participate in? I think that you can use your quantum powers to focus on something pretty beautiful and create that. And you can do it with me, and we can be in that reality together. Or you can suffer and have lack and eat the fast food and struggle at work for more money and die young and say, what did I do? What was this for? I never filled that void. I never found that joy. Where was it? It was not in the things that you were seeking. It's in something greater that you are already. You don't have to find it. You just have to see it. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings, my friend. We can change this planet together, because when we do that, when we work on this, we go to a frequency, and there's heaven on earth that you can't even imagine. It's beyond the word love. That doesn't even come close to describing it. And that's the essence of you. Namaste.